This episode is sponsored by Squarespace. Welcome back to part 3 of working on our one-piece Damascus Stiletto dagger with a hologram blade. Today's gonna be a fun day. No! Because we need to try and set gemstones. No! Maybe even do a little gold inlay, but overall make this thing a fancy, lovely bit of work. It's worse than last time. The first step, however, is I need to clean up the transitions of the bevel. They're a little bit rough. We're gonna do that with the jewelry tools. Alrighty. Next up, we talk gemstones. Have a look at what we've got. We have 2 adorable large garnets. They're 6mm in diameter, and I put a 6mm hole in the end of our guard lugs. And by goodness, standardized measuring systems are a beautiful thing because it very nearly fits. The plan is we get this thing fitting inside this little hole for it, and then these pointy uppy bits, which we'll call claws, need to have a notch cut in them before they're bent over the garnet. Hopefully not cracking the garnet. Hopefully this material will bend because we pulled back that temper a long way, and if it doesn't, we're in for a world of hurt. Thing is, for this gemstone to work, it really will need to be a very tight fit. If I take too much material off, it's going to make life very challenging to get it to seat in the setting. Been a long time since I've done any gemstone setting. I also don't know if I've done any gemstone setting in Damascus steel that's hardened. I mean, this is something I've always been scared of doing. All right, it's sitting flush now. Take a little scribe in there, make a little mark where we need our groove. A little scratch there. Now the trouble with setting a garnet into this is garnet isn't quite like diamond in the sense that diamond is super hard. It's very hard to damage a diamond. Garnet is much softer. So setting it into a very hard Damascus steel setting is going to be much riskier than a diamond. Also a lot cheaper if I mess it up. Different burrs going in for us to cut these little undercuts. Ah! Ah! It's biting. In goes the stone, and this is where it gets sketchy. These claws need to be pushed in, and in gold, it's really easy. You just squeeze it with pliers a little bit here. High carbon, knife steel, Damascus. There's no telling how this goes. We'll try it with these, but we might have to resort to these bad boys. Squeezing in 1, 2, 3. Oh, I think it's worked. Squeeze the other prongs. Oh, this back one doesn't want to squeeze very well. Well, that back one's stubborn. Let's break out the big boys. Oh, yeah, that bends it. Oh, yeah, that's power right there. Potentially also cracking it. Ow! Shit! Frickin' little roo! Oh! Fiddlesticks. Hey, you know what we found? Exactly what I said. Garnets are much more fragile than diamonds. Just what we like.
Take 2.
Yes, although I might have to stretch those prongs open again. All right, in goes the second stone. Let's not break this. Gently does it. Gently bloody does it. It's still wriggling as well. No, it's still wriggling. Can't have a wriggly gem, can we? God, I tell you what, this steel is so springy. As soon as it moves, it just bends right back out. It's really difficult. It's in, I'm not risking it anymore. Whew! Oh, I'm so happy it's finally in. So you see from this angle that the garnet is round, but the prongs actually transition really nicely into a square space integration, and we'll get these prongs filed while we tell you about Squarespace. If you make beautiful things, you need a place to show the beautiful things that you make to the world. And if you make beautiful things, you'd probably quite like a place to sell those beautiful things. And that place should be beautiful, and that's why you should build your website with Squarespace. Because with their fabulous fluid engine, you can drag and drop to your heart's content, put photos here, text there. You could sell unlimited physical or digital products. If you want to share what's inside your head, you could sell access to a members-only area and teach people the great things that you know, or you could sell your time with Squarespace scheduling. Oh, it's gonna make life so much easier. Best of all, there's no plugins, patches, or upgrades ever. You don't have to worry about your domain connection, none of that, because you can do it all in Squarespace. And you can try it for free for 2 weeks at squarespace.com/forge. Code FORGE at checkout will get you 10% off your first purchase. That includes your domain. Check them out and the link in the description. And with that, we can begin setting our second garnet.
What was it doing in there?
Pickle juice.
Does it make the garnet brighter?
Recipe for a bright garnet. It also makes them stronger, so they won't break. No! It's worse than last time. That isn't just, oh, we order a new garnet. Snapped a bloody prong, didn't I? Breaking a garnet was way better than this, because you can buy garnets.
The garnet didn't even break, did it?
Yeah, last time. We
No,
shattered.
that time.
Oh no, this time the garnet's fine. Garnet's in great condition. But like, I can't get a next day delivery on a brand new prong.
Wait, have you not gone on prongs 24/7?
Prong24.com.
Prongdirect.co.uk.
Yeah, there's nothing. I tried looking. Big concern because, well, like, this is one of the things that I thought could happen. We're dealing with a high carbon knife steel, as I've said, and as you saw, it was hardened. We pulled back the temper a ton, and we got lucky on the other end because it was flexing. And it was, you know, it was moving, it was yielding, and it was bending, and it was great. But here, that prong just wasn't having it. Options include TIG welding it, got to be next to impossible. Soldering it, probably next to impossible. Making a three-pronged thing, we can make a three-pronged thing, but it'll look awful. This is the type of mistake that seems very tiny, but has enormous consequences. No matter what, I've got to get the garnet out, but I don't want to drop that bit of steel. I want it to stay on there as it is, so without breaking off the cracked bit. Oh! Thank goodness we've got such a clean floor, Jamie. Might be gone forever.
It didn't just sink into the ground.
No hope. We're not going to find it.
Yeah, we will.
Not with that attitude, Jamie. When did a movie ever go, oh, we're never going to find hope? And then somebody's like, yeah, we will. And then they find hope. That doesn't happen in the movies. You go, oh, there is no hope. And then hope comes. You know what I'm saying?
You don't have to talk out your ass sometimes, you.
Just because I'm bent over, Jamie. It just comes out easier now.
I'm tempted to put the footage on the PC and see where it bounced.
That's a really good idea.
Alec, I found it!
No!
This is mental, look at this. It bounces off. And it goes underneath that little black tape.
No! I knew it was in the vise.
Well, it was underneath there.
It might have dropped out since then.
Right, pick that up and we'll take it on the table. And turn
which
it upside
table?
down. In there.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the table with holes. You see it? Bugger.
I've got it!
You have it?
I've got it!
Where was it? Where was it?
I've got it!
You sure you got it? You about pranked me when I
You're not going to be able to see it with that lens.
Jamie, I think you do have it. Did you do it on purpose?
No. No, there it is. There it is.
Good work, Jamie. Nicely done. Right, first attempt to fix this dilemma is going to be a little bit of soldering paste. See if we can solder it. I think the odds of this working are 3%. How about you, Jamie?
3.4%. I feel optimistic today.
This is a little jewellery solder. It has the flux and the silver already embedded in it. No chance. Oh! It just disappeared.
Got it.
You got it?
Yeah.
Bloody hell, that went a long way.
Man, I'm bloody good at finding that thing.
Yeah, good eyesight.
I should have been a fighter pilot.
Yeah, you'd never let me be a fighter pilot.
You couldn't even be a normal pilot.
Couldn't be any sort of pilot. Great, now it's become magnetic. That's going to make life really easy.
Oh,
For fuck's sake! That piece was dropped at least 6 times in the last 20 minutes, but now it's gone for good. Probably it was a message. Don't even waste your time trying to solder me, Alec. I want out. Here's what I'm gonna do. While I've unwrapped it a bit, I'm gonna put some more heat onto it, because if that prong broke, there's a very good chance the other prongs break. So put some more heat onto it, see if we can pull that temper back even more. I don't know how you could pull the temper back any further than it already was pulled back, but we're gonna try. And then I will see if I can just drill in deeper. It gets risky because we're gonna run out of material, but drill in deeper and make the setting a couple of millimeters further down into the guard. All right, it is about time. We have the dodgiest setting known to man. It is very possible we break another prong entirely. Let's push that stone in. It's now time. We squeeze. Oh God, this is terrifying. I wanna focus on these. Oh, you bugger! Don't do that. I was like, why does my eyes not line up with the crack I just heard? Well, it's still loose.
you know what that means? You need to reef down on it, mate.
Yeah, got to really crank on it. That's just what I need. Ah! Do you hear that noise? Oh, I don't like those noises. Feels like it's cracking. I'm concerned that this top one might have cracked. Is it a scribe line or is it a crack? Oh, that's not promising. That looks deceptively like a crack. All right, but you know, sometimes what is there to do other than, you know, just keep going? Gentle squeeze here. This is one I'm very concerned about cracks from.
What was
That did not look good.
Right, whose bloody idea was it to put gemstones in the end of this? Oh, it was me.
That's really badly cracked. I'm gonna say I just go ahead and keep trying to set it. And if more cracks and breaks, then I have to figure out a solution anyway, like I have to figure out now, but maybe it looks acceptable. Well, there we go. That's that. I think I've found out why not a lot of people have done Damascus steel prong settings with gemstones. So I've had a few minutes to think about it. This is obviously poop and is unacceptable. So what I've done is I've ordered smaller garnets so that we can pluck this out and then sink one in deeper. Because this little nubbin right there is tapered, that 6mm garnet will not sink in any deeper with there still being enough material for the claws, for the prongs. So it has to be a smaller garnet. What you'll also note is that the lower that we sink that garnet, the shorter that guard lug is going to be. Which means that when I put a smaller diameter garnet in there, it's going to be off-center to this. Which means that I, unfortunately, probably have to remove that nicely set garnet and reset it with a smaller garnet too. But we're gonna have to get to that when those garnets arrive. So for now, let's work on doing something else that's equally as stupid as trying to set garnets in Damascus blade steel. Let's try and inlay some gold in the shape of a touch mark in some Damascus blade steel, because that's going to go really well. Gold inlay went a touch smoother than the gemstones.
You should just put gold gemstones in the end.
I know, that would have been the trick. The power of next day delivery has delivered. The new garnets have arrived. Well, it feels incredibly stupid. Now that I have two completely adequately set gemstones, I need to remove a perfectly good one, because there is not a chance we can let that asymmetry go by. 20th time's the charm. In she goes. God, please don't break. Please don't break. It's all good. The pliers just slipped off. Okay, no more, one more time. We're done, we're done, we're done. Let's file it and call it done. At last, we've had some success on finishing that second garnet, but also adding a third garnet into the pommel of the dagger. And what I've learnt is that it's completely fine to set a stone in Damascus steel. It's possible, it just requires that bit more precision. And with that, this bad boy can now go into the edge.
Mate, you need to drink something.
It's a bit dehydrated. It's out of the ferric chloride, now it's into some coffee to see if we can darken those blacks. Oh, that looks good. That looks really good. It's been a journey, but I'm very happy that it not only feels good in the hand, it also looks good. It's been nice to get into something with some gemstones and some gold and some engraving again. It's been a while. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please gently scratch the like button. Thank you to today's sponsor, which was squarespace.com/forge. See you on the next one. Bye-bye.